And then you have the news media issues. One of the big things that's been in the news media is these bank failures, and they love to scare people about the bank failures. And there was 3 big banks, starting with Silicon Valley Bank in California, that failed, and they failed because they were stupid. The people managing the banks literally didn't know what they were doing. They were hired because of their political affiliations and because of their wokeness, and ended up we've talked about this on webinars before. What they ended up doing is investing the bank's excess deposits. Excess deposits are deposits that are more than the bank's loaning out, because that's what banks do. They take your money that you put in the bank and they loan it out to somebody else. If they have deposits that are exceeding the amount of money that they need to loan out, they're allowed to invest in certain kinds of investments, certain categories of investments. And these banks, what they did was they invested their money, the excess deposits, in long-term treasury bonds. Super stupid, because interest rates were at historical lows, bound to go up. And when they did go up, the market values of the treasury bonds went down a lot, like over 10%. And so when depositors got scared, and through social media, these rich woke depositors, that's what they were, doing business with the bank because it was woke. I mean, to the tune of way more than the $250,000 FDIC limit, they started panicking, and within a matter of hours, billions of dollars were run on these banks, and they had to sell the treasury bonds at significant losses, and that caused the bank failures. So these banks were making the same kind of mistakes that we advise clients not to make, which is to invest in long-term bonds when interest rates are rising.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's a very basic,
yeah, it's basic, and it's just stupid anyway for them to invest excess deposits, deposits that are liquid any business day. Somebody can come and get their money out of the bank. Why would you invest that money in anything other than a very short term? And so that's what caused the problem. So.
Yep. So these are specific problems to specific banks. These are not problems that your bank is likely to have, or a bunch of banks across America are likely to have. And notice that when these banks failed, there was another bank willing and ready to come in and swoop them up, take over their business, no problem. So the banks aren't unhealthy. But
one thing I will say is that if your bank or the investment firm that you do business with appears to be focusing on political issues, or think this woke political, in environmental, social government stuff, or the racial stuff, focusing on things other than taking care of your money, watch out.